What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Moto 610 channel with another review. And today we have a 2018 YCF BIGY MX. And this is a 190, but it doesn't have the Daytona engine in it. If you didn't see my other video, check it out. My channel of us replacing this engine. This is actually a replacement engine that was sent to us by YCF, and it was just freshly put in, actually just yesterday, and broken in. Let it idle and easy riding for about an hour, then oil change. So she's ready to go. These bikes are made by YCF. If you go on Google and look them up, they have a whole website and everything. And it's a 190cc aluminum frame pit bike. And, you know, everything on it is a lot bigger than any pit bike I've seen. I mean, this thing's the size of a super mini, like a CR85 or a 150R or something like that. And, you know, overall, everything looks pretty good. You can pick one of these up brand new for, on their website it's listing $29.99, but this was a leftover, so we were able to get it a little cheaper. These bikes weigh 196 pounds, so it's not too bad. It's not too light, it's not too heavy though. And I've already rode it a little bit, but you'll see more riding in this video with the review. But I already rode it, and I can say that it's pretty freaking fast for a pit bike. And the suspension is pretty high quality too. Like you can hit a big jump, and when you land, it doesn't, you know, go through you. It soaks it up. So overall, it's a pretty good bike, and it's fun. Another cool thing about this bike is the electric start. So you have a key right there, and then your button is right here. So then you have your run button right here, which has to be on. And choke. Make sure your fuel's on. Let it sit for a second. Also has a kickstart too, so if your battery ever goes dead. And see if she fires up. Alright guys, as you just heard, this thing sounds nasty. I can't wait to get it out of the track and let her rip. So I'll be taking this thing on the test track. If you didn't see the test track yet, check out my other video on my channel that I do a full track walk. That's the track we'll be testing on. And once so I'll take it for 2 laps, and I'm gonna time both of them, and then I'll list the best time out of the 2 for each bike that I review. So after I'm done, I'll take the best time, and then I'll put this bike back on the stand, and I'll kind of go over, you know, 6 key. I'm gonna rate it on 6 key points. So look forward to this ride video. So I'm gonna be reviewing these bikes on the power and the handling, suspension, how the frame feels. Is it stiff or is it soft? Does it throw you around? Is it easy to control? The fun factor of the whole bike. the price, and I'm gonna do a buyer recommendation too. Do I recommend that you buy this bike? All right, we got the YCF 190 MX here, and let's go for the 2-lap test. And we will be timing these 2 laps, and so let's see how it compares to other bikes we test here. Here we go. Alright, so I posted a 148 lap time, and I didn't take any times from any other bikes yet, so we'll have to see how it compares. But it freaking moves.
All right, so I just got done with the YCF on the test track, and overall it did pretty good. It did a 148 around the track, so we'll have to see how that compares to the bigger bikes that we do. But overall it was really fun, and had pretty good power. It's really loud and just a blast to ride. So power wise for a pit bike, I would give this thing a 7. It has a lot of power for, you know, a 4-stroke pit bike. So it's not going to be as fast as a CR85 or a 150R, which is a similar frame size, but for a pit bike, definitely has enough power to clear big doubles and on a big bike track. So that's pretty sweet. Handling, I give this thing a 5 out of 10. The suspension and everything right out of the box is set up good for a bigger person. I mean, I weigh 180 pounds, so it held me pretty good, but just the overall feel, the suspension in the front bottomed out on me, and then you kind of sit like over the front wheel. So when you're riding, I mean, I like to sit a little bit back, but you kind of sit over this front wheel, and it kind of, when you go into corners, it kind of gives out easy. So that's really the only complaint with handling. The suspension in the back was really good, but the front, like I said, bottomed out really easy and kind of felt just like it was gonna break when I went off the bigger stuff. So I give the suspension a 5 out of 10. This frame was really good. It was stiff, I mean, and rigid for a pit bike. I mean, the jumps are pretty big up there for a pit bike, so it held up good. See some of the welds. I give the frame a 6 out of 10. Fun factor on this bike, I would give 7 out of 10. It's really fun to ride, just messing around, and you can hit all the big bike jumps pretty much, like doubles and nothing too crazy, but just normal jumps on a big bike track, and it's easy to throw around. So I definitely like it for that reason, because it's just a overall really fun bike, just a nice break from, you know, trying to ride a bigger bike and stuff. So for the fun scale, I give it an 8 out of 10. The price, I think it's too high for what this bike is. I mean, you can get a used, you know, 250F or a 252 stroke, 125, you name it, for, you know, the high 2s. So for what this bike is, it's definitely too expensive, I think. But for $2,800, I mean, I don't know. I probably personally wouldn't buy one, but it's still really fun. Buyer recommendation, if you have the money, then yes, to spend on a hopped up pit bike. But if you're trying to just get a dirt bike, I would recommend just getting a used 125 or 250. But for a pit bike and you have the money, I definitely recommend buying this thing, just because of how fun it is. The only 2 problems I have with this thing is it kept breaking up. I think that's the jetting, maybe from it being from Florida, and I don't know, coming up north, so might have to mess with that. It was breaking up, you'll hear it in the video. And another thing, which you can easily pull this off, but your boot gets caught on this kickstart when you're riding, and it's just kind of a weird spot because you want your boot to fit right here, but it hits this kickstart, which is really annoying. So maybe you could take that off and feel better at the boots. All right, hope you guys all enjoyed the review this YCF 190. It was a blast to ride, and I had a good time reviewing it. If you didn't see the motor install video, check it out. We swapped the motor on this thing, and it actually worked really good. So like the video, comment on it, what do you think about it, or what should we do with this thing, mod wise and stuff, and subscribe for more reviews and moto content. Thanks for watching.